Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Source Multicultural Center, where we are dedicated to providing the resource to our city of Evanston and Chicago and beyond. We're so honored and grateful that you've taken the time out to share. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Source Multicultural Center, where we are dedicated to providing the resource to our city of Evanston and Chicago and beyond. All right, those are the challenges that you face. All right, so I have with me my mother, who's going to help facilitate this event. Come say hi, Mom. Quickly.
Hello.
All right, she's going to be our camera person as well as my assistant. I am no baker. I'm just simply sharing what I've learned. So shout out to my friend, Sir Sai, for allowing us this opportunity to share this amazing recipe. If you've had this cake, you know that this is absolutely wonderful. So what we're doing today is we're going to prepare the 7-Up pound cake, a very familiar staple in the African American households. A very good cake, amazing cake. Pound cakes are my favorite cakes. Besides that, wedding cakes, not yet there, but we will get there as we present, as we continue. All right. These classes are designed to empower during the pandemic. We're using this opportunity in this time to become producers in the pandemic. So this is how we are doing it. I'm looking forward to our Caleb's coming through. You can come on, it's fine. Looking forward to our Caleb's presenting what they're going to be preparing for you. And also, sharing those live with you here on our YouTube, our Twitter, and our Facebook account. So again, we want to invite you to search the Source Multicultural Center on all of our platforms, as Twitter, Facebook, as well as YouTube. And soon we'll be having our own website, yay! So that you'll be able to see exactly what we're doing and able to continue to support our community and our cities of Chicago and Evanston, even during the pandemic. We wish we could have been doing this live inside our kitchens at our Evanston or Chicago location, but we're going to do it from our homes, all right? So listen, here we go. We're going to get started. I'm going to simply share with you the recipe. Please make sure that you preheat your oven to 325. I try to do my oven 325 an hour before, but that's just simply me. This is our recipe. These are all the things that you will need, and I'm going to show you them on our table momentarily. It requires 4 sticks of unsalted butter, 1 packet of cream cheese, your blender, whatever blender you have. I have my KitchenAid, which I absolutely love. I wouldn't do it any other way, but for me, if you have a hand mixer, that's totally fine. You just want to make sure that you mix it well. As you can see, I'm using 2 different cameras, and these cameras are going to be so that you can see exactly what's going on the table. We are not professionals, so no, we don't have a camera person, but we've established the table so that you'll be able to see both what's taking place on our table here, as well as what will be taking place in our blender, because those things are critically important. I believe that when you cook, you need to love exactly what you do, especially when you're baking, because it will require that extra mile. Again, back to our ingredients. It's 4 sticks of unsalted butter, 1 packet of cream cheese. All of these items should be room temperature. Your cream cheese should be room temperature. Your butter should be room temperature. Then you will need 3 cups of sugar. You need 6 eggs, and we're going to put them in 1 per time. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of lemon extract. Then you'll need 3 cups of Swan's flour, adding 1/2 per time. I could have just been showing you this. Okay, so this is my unsalted butter. This is my Philadelphia cream cheese. One thing that I learned about baking is you can't use imitation products when you are trying to bake. I learned that the hard way. All of my life, I was using those bad items, okay? You can't do that. Then we have 3 cups of sugar. My mom already put our 3 cups in our thing, so it already be measured for us. So we're good with that. Our 3 cups of sugar, Our vanilla extract, I just told you that it's very important that you use real vanilla extract. So this one here is Watkins, and I also do have McCormick, but I'm going to be using Watkins on today. Put them in both screens there. But we're going to, that's our vanilla extract. And then there is the lemon, pure lemon extract, and that is McCormick. That's what we're going to be using in our fixings on today. And then we have 3 cups of Swan's flour. I was told by the creator of this recipe that you use Swan's flour because it's already pre-sifted for you. Otherwise, we'll be having to take flour and sift it and all those things. This flour is ready for you to use. That's our Swan's down cake flour. Target doesn't sell it anymore in my neighborhood. Hopefully it'll come back because Target is closer to me to get to. So I have to go sometime to the city or to Walmart, and hopefully they'll have it. All right, moving on to our ingredients. Then we have the zest of 1 lemon, and I have my zester. And I bought my zester from the dollar store. Nothing expensive because I'm just starting out. All of these items, they come from the dollar store. My mixing items, all of these things come from the dollar store. All right. Feel free to welcome Reverend Stevens. Feel free to chat with us. It's really okay. We're here to simply empower and welcome to the class. The zest of 1 lemon. After that, we're going to do a half a cup of 7-Up. A half a cup of 7-Up. All right. Some special things that we want to talk about is do not overfill. With this particular pound cake, it's good to leave your cake in for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Most people leave their cakes in for an hour. Some people leave their cakes in for 1 hour and 15 minutes. I learned that if you want the cake to be fully done, make sure that you leave it in for 1 hour and 20 minutes. This is my cake bowl here. Every process, as much as you possibly can, you want to make sure that you scrape the bottom of your bowl to make sure that there's nothing, that everything has been incorporated. All right, so those are our menu items on our screen. I'm going to leave that there and just check on our oven to make sure that it is still preheated and that it's ready to go, and it is. Awesome, 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 awesome. So now you have our ingredients: 4 sticks of butter. Do it like that, 4 sticks of butter, 1 packet of cream cheese. Then we're going to turn our blender on 4. That's a high level. We're going to turn our blender on 4. And then we're going to put in 3 cups of sugar, 6 eggs, 1 per time. I'm leaving this up on purpose so that you don't have to keep rewinding it to get this particular recipe. And you'll be able to simply just flow. So that's why I'm leaving it up on purpose as I talk. All right. Reverend Stevens, we lost one of our classmates. Sister Day was trying to do it at work, and she got locked out. Oh, there she is. She's coming back. There she is. She's coming back. Awesome. We're so grateful and we're thankful for everybody being here with us on today. But again, feel free to chat with us. If your background is a little loud or something, just put yourself back on mute. But we want to know your questions as we do this because we're learning together. We're better together, Reverend Stevens. We're so much better together. All right? We're just preparing that. All right. So again, my mother is here. Come on in, show yourself one more time. She's going to be my soup baker. Also, she'll be my soup baker. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the video off of me and put it on the table so that you will be able to see exactly what is taking place. So here's our bowl. Here's our bowl. 4 sticks of unsalted butter. I did not come to waste all of your day. We just wanted to share this. And our butter is at room temperature. You do not want your butter melted. You want it simply at room temperature. So when you open up this butter, it simply just slide out. If you all want to tell me why that's important, that's absolutely amazing. It's a class we're sharing. If we were at St. Peter or the City of Praise, we'll be loud and very vocal. So we're just going to make sure that we incorporate and get all of that butter. Butter in this cake is good. I'm not going to say it's healthy, but I'm going to say it's good. It's nothing like getting a piece of cake and you put it on your napkin or something and you see all that butter. Oh, what a wonderful thing to take place. And my mother has already prepped me for the rest of it. We're just going to put all that butter in here. And again, I was told you don't have to do this as far as making sure all the butter is out. But I'm going to make sure all of the butter is out. All right. I'm going to make my screen large. I'm going to take it off the screen share so that you'll see, so as I'm putting all this butter in, exactly what's taking place in this bowl. It is needed and it is necessary. All right. Again, I am not a baker. I am learning to bake. I look forward to your comments. Don't ridicule me too bad, but tell me how we're doing. All right? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let me stop our screen share here so you can see our bowl. Stop this share. And there's our bowl. All right. So in this bowl, we simply put in our 4 sticks of butter. And to that, we're going to add 1 packet of cream cheese. Sometimes I can open cream cheese, sometimes I can't. All right, it's just 1 packet. Oh, see, this is why you know I'm not a professional. 1 packet of cream cheese. Open that up, put that in, and then we're going to start our blending process. Make sure I get my butter back. Give me my butter back. All right, and we're good with that? All right, so inside our bowl is 1 packet of cream cheese and 4 sticks of butter. So now what we're going to do is simply turn around and we're going to put this inside our KitchenAid. Shout out to KitchenAid. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's get closer. Awesome, so they can see exactly what's going on in here. A lot of people would use this to blend. I've seen a lot of videos with this as a blender, but I like to use this feature. I asked a question when I started to make these pound cakes, which feature that I should, and I thought, like everyone else, that I would use this, but I was told by Sir Twan to use this, and I'm grateful. It makes a world of a difference. Let me pull out our KitchenAid just a tad bit so we can lift it up. Attach the piece on it. Make sure that it is secure. And I always take I want to make sure everything is in there. All right. Okay. Let's sit that right there. All right, then we're going to make sure that this is locked, and then we're going to put in our control for 4. You want to make sure that this is all the way incorporated. You want to make sure that that's all the way incorporated there. And I like to simply let that remain there and go on to my next process. I'm utilizing 2 computers so that I'll be able to flow better. While that's blending, you should be preparing your 3 cups of sugar. And you can also, while that's blending, be preparing your eggs. This requires 6 eggs, and we're going to put them in 1 at a time. So while that's blending, I'm just going to crack 6 eggs. That's it. And I'll show you that in a moment while that's blending. How's it looking? You don't want to over blend. A question that I asked when first making this cake was, why not just put the egg in the bowl? Anybody want to help me out with that? You don't want to put the egg directly in the bowl because you don't want to make a mistake and put eggshells inside your mixture. Okay, so that's why you don't do eggs directly in the bowl. All right, that sounds amazing back there. That sounds amazing back there. Again, thank you for taking this opportunity and sharing with us on this morning as we prepare this 7-up flavor pound cake. Thank you. Can I have another napkin, please? Reverend Stephen, I wish your daughter was here to tell me some things that I need to know. Maybe you want to tell me some things that I need to know. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we're looking good over here. This is our texture so far. Let me go a little deeper here so you can see exactly how it's whipping there. You don't want to over whip, but you definitely want to make sure that everything is incorporated. And to ensure that it's incorporated, get down in that bottom part. Sorry, hit the camera. And then I'm going to turn this back on just for a little while. And then I'm going to start adding in our flour. I do not like waste, so I try to make sure I get all of our ingredients back into the bowl. All right. We're going to seal, trying to make sure that that's locked and secure and back on board. Just want to simply make sure that everything that was down there is being incorporated into our mixture. All right, so I think that's good. I believe that that's well. That looks well. And I'm not going to turn it off. Nope, not going to turn it off. I'm just going to add in our sugar and let that continue to, once it heats a little bit, I'm going to move to the sides. You can hear how it's thickening up. This is 3 cups of regular sugar. I believe this is the base of cream buttercream. Don't quote me, but I believe it is one of the aspects. I'm looking forward to doing that. So we can use the same container. We're not watching. Just want to put our swans. We're going to use 3 cups of cake flour. Swans down cake flour. While this is incorporated, we're going to let that go ahead and mix. Move this speaker out of our way. It's mixing, it's mixing, it's mixing, it's mixing. I just want to suggest that we don't be in a hurry while we're trying to create this mashup. Allow all the love and the time that's needed in order to fulfill its destiny. All right, that's incorporated there. I'm going to stop that so that we can stir it. I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to get these sides again. And go down to the bottom to make sure that we have the bottom portion all incorporated here. All right. Awesome. Again, I like to make sure that we get everything off of that spoon so that everything can be incorporated and give us the fullest opportunity. Okay. Have I ever done this before with anyone? No. I'm gonna put this back on board, and now we're gonna get ready to incorporate our eggs. We have 6 eggs that we broke out into a bowl. That's all it is. 6 eggs. Make sure we can see that. We're going 6 eggs, and we're going to do one at a time. Try your best. We're gonna try our best to do one at a time, right? We want to make sure that has mixed very well. Again, we don't want to over mix. It might probably seem like I am, but I do like incorporation. And because we have it on 4, we're going to go ahead and proceed with 1 head and make sure that combines, all of that combines. You got some tips? Put it in our comment section. Let us know. We're not going to be on for the entire extra hour and 20 minutes. We just want to show you this process, and then we'll come back with another opportunity to share another class on the resting of the cake. One thing I do want to share with you is from my own personal mistakes, you never want to move a cake, cut a cake, or try to ice a cake when it's warm. I typically want to let my cake sit at least 5 hours before moving it. After 15 minutes, I do shake the pan to make sure that it's loose. And after about 2 hours or 3 hours, I will put it on a cooling rack. Try to do that one. This was a challenge to me, trying to do 1 egg at a time. It really was a challenge. This whole process is a challenge for me, but I'm sticking with it. During the pandemic, I was able to learn how to do this cake thanks to certified and also learn how to do homemade cookies. So Chicago style lunchroom cookies, all butter cookies. Some people in other places call them shortbread, but there's a difference in our ingredients. A slight difference, not much difference. Both of those are the same. All right. Once that's incorporated, we're going to cut this off, and we're going to do what? We're going to stir it again. We want to make sure that everything, and you can see the texture of the cake so far. You can see how it's textured. I'm the one who should not be recording anything because I can get a little bit messy when we catch that so it won't fall out. Don't want to make a huge mess. But we definitely want to get underneath there and make sure that we have all of that. Shout out to all the real cooks, the real bakers who do this. Clean that spoon for incorporation purposes, making sure everything is in there. Now I want to clean that spoon, secure that, just rinse it, push it back and forth just for a little bit. And the next process is going to be adding our extract. So we want to go ahead and get prepared for that. Again, it's 1 tablespoon of vanilla and 1 tablespoon of lemon extract. Oh, thank you, Reverend Stevens. Thank you so much. I find myself whenever I'm going to the grocer, always buying more extracts. These extracts can be expensive. I can't open it. So our tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, we're going to add in 1 And this is real extract, pure, no imitation. We had that discussion a while ago, Reverend Stevens, about imitation vanilla. Okay, then we're going to simply add in same spoon, 1 tablespoon of lemon. With my pound cakes, I have learned to simply take away the when I want to do a different version of a cake, and it's just me, a cheat sheet. When I want to do a different version of a cake, I don't use the lemon, I'll use almond. So if I'm going to make a caramel cake, I'll take away the lemon flavor. Okay, you want to cut that off. Now we're ready to incorporate our flour. So we're going to incorporate our flour. So when I am doing a different type of cake, especially caramel or something of that nature, I just use vanilla and almond. Now we're getting ready to turn our blender down to 2, and we're going to use 3 cups of Swan's flour. We've already pre-measured here, 3 cups, and you're only going to do a half. So we're going to put this on 2. You don't want it to splatter, but after you do the half, you want this to incorporate real well, and then you want to stir it. Clean out. Yeah, I want to go fast there. Make sure we got half of that. I'm going to add a little bit more. You want to make sure that this incorporates real well. It's on a lower speed. Okay. So we're going to leave that to remain there to make sure that that incorporates. I'm going to cut that off, release the lot, and I'm going to stir this because we want to make sure that everything's in there. All the way at the bottom, just ensuring. This can get pretty messy, but I promise you it's worth the mess. We all came out of something. Okay. Get down there. All right. So I don't like to leave anything behind. Cake. All right. Put the lock back on, put it back on 2, and let that stir. Now the next time we're just going to simply add the rest of our flour. Let's look at our chats here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're going to look at we're going to add the rest of our flour. And once we do the rest of our flour, we're going to then turn it back up to 4, and we're going to add the zest of 1 lemon. I put the lemon right directly into there instead of put it in something, because the lemon, if I will put it in a bowl or something like that, I might leave something, because I want that extra taste of that lemon to make this a very lemony cake with the 7-Up that we're going to add. I put it directly inside of our mixing bowl. All right, so that's incorporated very well, as you can see. We're going to add this, and you might see a couple lumps, but once you turn this back on 4, we should be all good. All right, I should be doing this a tad bit slower. All right, because we want to make sure that all that incorporates. This recipe makes enough for a full size pan. All right, so that's all of our flour mixture, our Swan's down flour. All right, now let that mix more. Let that mix, and then we're going to scrape down our sides again before adding our lemon zest. The zest of 1 lemon. Right, get that there in the camera so you see where we're going. And then the last thing is going to be our 7-Up. That's the last process of our cake. Make sure you get you some Pam. This is butter flavor for cooking. but make sure that your pan is coated very, very heavily. I'm using this. I bought this from Target for about $24. It's the anniversary edition of the original bun pan. And then I have another one that's a little tad bit larger. But for the sake of showing you, I love these designs. I love it. We're going to fill up our pan, but we don't want to overfill. All right, so last time we're going to stop this. We're going to make sure everything's incorporated. Pour down our flour mixture. Make sure it's all in there. We want it all. We want the full experience. I like to make sure I even get it from up there. Make sure there's nothing left behind. Make sure we got it down at the bottom. I'm trying to be cautious as possible. But I don't want to break my investment. A KitchenAid is a blessing, and I'm grateful that even in a pandemic, the Lord bless me and enable me to be able to make this purchase. It's been a blessing. All right, security, block it, back on 2. Everything has been incorporated, so now we want to make sure that there are no lumps. So we're going to put it back on 4, and now we're ready to zest our lemon. Again, I told you I like to zest my lemon right over. We are nearly done. The whole, all of it. It's like communion, taking all of it. Oh, it smells so good. Don't forget to like and share our page. We are on Twitter, Facebook, as well as YouTube by our name, The Source, No People. I think that's good. That's good. Let's get all of that in there. Actually speaking, that's gotten out all of our what have been lumps, as they call them. So the last thing we're going to do is add our, I'm still using recipes, a half a cup of 7-Up. And because I have it on the high speed, I'm going to pour slow. I'm going to pour this very slow. But you don't want to overfeed it, so you want to do your best with that. All right, let that incorporate. Get that in. Let's turn it down. It'll be okay. It's okay. Because I have so many cakes to make today, I'm going back to our share screen so that you can see exactly the recipe one more time. This is it. 4 sticks of butter. 4 sticks of butter. 1 packet of cream cheese. Turn your blender on 4. 3 cups of sugar. 6 eggs. Do 1 egg, 1 per time. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. 1 tablespoon of lemon extract. Turn your blender down to 2. Then add your 3 cups of flour, doing it 1/2 per time. Mix well. Then turn your blender back up to 4. Add the zest of 1 lemon, and then finally 1 cup of 7-Up. Those are the instructions for our 7-Up pound cake. Tell us how you make your 7-Up pound cake. We would love to hear exactly how you did that. All right, so the last thing we're going to do is we can stop our screen share, and we can come back over here as we're going to all right, welcome back. Is we're going to use our pan. I love this pan. Oh my, I think it's the architecture of what it actually looks like. I love this pan. We're going to simply spray it very, very well. All right, you want to spray that very, very well, especially those crevice areas. You want to get in there and spray that very well. I am very messy, so you can tell I'm not a professional, but make sure that's very well coated, all right? And then after that, we're going to release. I like to unplug any electrical appliances before trying to release anything. Okay. Okay, so maybe I should go back to this camera here. Hold on, here we come. There we go. Want to get all that you can out, and just want to run my hand here. One last stir. Just a quick stir. That's all. We want to take, release our bowl. Apply our mixture. Am I showing it? Am I showing it? Apply our mixture. Thank you, mother. This bowl is enough for this entire cake bowl. We want to get all of that out. Okay, we're going out of the camera. Push it back up, son. Okay. Turn it. All my life, I always wanted to make homemade cake. I think my mom was going to say something. They know what you mean. Okay. And then we're going to simply take this and make sure that this is incorporated into our pan very well. This cake will rise. So I'm trying not to overfill it beyond belief. Okay. Bakers, give me tips. I look forward to your tips. Don't let me flop. All right. Make sure that that's in there. Okay. Now I'm going to bring this back over here. I'm going to change. We can change our spotlight video. All right, there we go. So there's our cake inside here. We're going to put this on a preheated oven of 325. I'll preheat my oven 1 hour before, and it's going to be in there for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Make sure that you do your countdown when you put it in, okay? And that's our discovery of today. So I'm going to prepare this, and I'm going to, what time is it? That's what I need to know. What time is it? It's 9:44. So at 9:45, I'll start. I'll say we started. Everybody help me remember 9:44. All right, so let's do something real quick and something very easy. A lot of people do their frostings differently, but this is my version, and I just wanted to share with you. This is it's just powdered sugar. I wanted to show you that for purposes of you knowing exactly what it was. But I have some already open and that was secured in my Ziploc bag, okay? We don't waste anything. We're trying to learn to be good stewards over what we have, okay? So I'm going to flip our screen here so you can see, make sure that it's on the table appropriately. I want you to see that, all right? So we're gonna flip our screen here again. All right, so I have a bowl. Again, I am not a professional. People will say use cups, measuring cups to do all this. And that's so wonderful. This is just an example for you and your finished product. Again, make sure that after your hour and 20 minutes, I have a clean spoon here. I'm going to use some lemon extract. I'm going to use some real vanilla, and I'm going to use a little bit of our 7-Up. Those are my ingredients for my icing. No one told me how to make icing. I just took a chance on it. Right? It tastes good to me. Okay. So make sure that after you do not ice your cake warm. It must be all the way cool. So we're going to add a little of 7-Up. It doesn't take much because we want to make sure that it still has a thick consistency. All right. It must have a thick consistency. I use a lot of powdered sugar, so I'm just doing this as a test for you. I use a lot of powdered sugar. And then the lemon extract. It doesn't take a lot of any of it. If it's not thick enough for you, add more powdered sugar. And we simply stir it. It's better homemade. It can get messy and it's okay. I got some tips. You got some tips out there? How do you make your icing? What do you use? See how thick that is? That's very, very thick. The only thing we will have to do is literally add some more 7-Up to loosen that up. All right. Now, mind you, I like thick icing. Now, if this was a personal cake just for me, I will leave it alone. But because we want to spread it, we're just going to add a tad. Not much. Just a tad bit. Okay. And you do that to whatever consistency you want your icing to be. How thin do you want it? How thick do you want it? It's all up to you. Okay. And that loosens that right up. And then it's ready to pour. Make sure it's all incorporated there evenly. I wouldn't do this until the cake was actually done and it has cooled. But just for the sake of this particular video. Okay. Is this loose for you? Is it not thick enough? Then go back and add you some more powdered sugar or begin to pour. Okay. That's the thickness right now. That's the consistency of it right now. Get down in the bottom. Make sure you got those crevice areas. Everything matters. Get that in there. Get you a separate spoon and then you simply taste it. All right. That's how I make my icing. That's the consistency. And then once you drip it or layer it, however you're going to do it on your cake, you let that rest overnight. Okay, see this thing. I add lemon and lemon zest to a cake batter, and lemon and lime zest to frosting also. That's wonderful. If I had a lime, Brother Stevens, I would put that in there. But I do have a lemon that we can definitely put in there. So we'll zest the lemon and put right in here. All right, put that right in there. Lemon and a lime zest. Great, great, great. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for that amazing tip. All right, so that's our cake. That's our icing. If you have any questions, please feel to put it in our chat feature. Again, follow us the Source Multicultural Center on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter. And soon we will have our own website where you can download more information about our community involvement. It is so important during this pandemic that we have a platform where we're continuing to serve our community. We are a multicultural center, and we love everyone. And we're looking forward to our young people presenting their classes, their culinary classes to you within the next week or so. We have some adults coming in to show you a lot of amazing different tips and techniques and all of those things on our platform, and more information to keep you connected and keep you informed. Our technology classes are getting ready to come. Our production classes are getting ready to take place, and more of our cooking classes as well. All right. Again, thank you so much for this opportunity of coming into the kitchen to show you the 7-Up pound cake. Don't be too mean to me. Just give me some good insight. Hey man, show how we're doing. Share this video and let people know. It's amazing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. To all of those who are sitting in our Zoom platform, thank you for being here with us. Thank you for sharing with us on today in this experience, and we look forward to many, many more. In the words of Vernell Turner, we're better together. All right. So thank you all so much for coming, and we will see you soon. All right. So we're off of that platform of YouTube. We're just going to let that go ahead and close out. But it's still saying we're live on YouTube. Let's try it here. Let's see what's happening.